Do you think that being creative is tough? Do you think that you're better off doing something easier? Well, creativity has a lot of benefits, and honestly, it's easier than you think to be creative. Did you know that creativity helps relieve stress and anxiety? It helps you focus. It allows you to enter your happy zone and have fun. And on and on and on. I can't tell you all the benefits of creativity because that would just be the whole talk. That's how many benefits there are. Creativity is amazing because you're having fun and being smart at the same time. As Albert Einstein has said, creativity is intelligence having fun. So what are the benefits of creativity? Well, creativity helps you focus. For example, when you're drawing, you dedicate yourself to your drawing. You draw slowly and carefully, making sure not to make any mistakes. You focus on your drawing. Creativity also helps you become a better risk taker because you're taking a risk to make something, as it could go horribly wrong or people could make fun of it, but you're taking a risk to make it. Do you know who this man is? He's Walt Disney, the creator of Disney. When I was little, I didn't even know that Walt Disney was a person. I thought that Walt Disney Studios was a normal company with thousands of people working on it. But I was shocked and appalled when I discovered that one man was the reason behind all this. But there isn't only one Walt Disney. There are three of them: the dreamer, the realist, and the critic. The dreamer is the visionary that comes up with ideas for different films and business ventures. In dreamer mode, Disney had the ability to immerse himself into his imagination to the exclusion of everything else. Without the dreamer's vision, Disney's films would lack the touch of magic that sets them apart. The realist is the producer who puts the dreams into action. Disney the realist had a phenomenal ability to motivate and coordinate teams of diverse workers. Without the realist's practical thinking and energetic activity, Disney's achievements would have remained no more than a twinkle in the dreamer's eye. The critic is the evaluator who defines what the dreamer and the realist put together. The critic provides a valuable feedback loop in the process. Without the critic's perfectionism, Disney's films wouldn't have turned out so amazing. Overall, Walt Disney is a very creative man, and we can all learn from him. So what keeps us from being creative? First of all, the fear of rejection. Imagine showing someone the song you wrote or the picture you drew and then having it made fun of. That would be pretty scary, wouldn't it? But don't let what other people think about you get in the way of you being creative, unless it's feedback or a compliment. Another challenge is our electronics, like our phones. If we put them down and focus our brains, we could do awesome things. You are being authentic and vulnerable when showing someone what you made, and people like authenticity and vulnerability. Creative work that is pretty for pretty's sake or a copy of what everyone else is doing is not interesting. Give people the raw, the real, and the opinionated. Good creative work is rooted in our ability to express something about ourselves that is different from what others do. Authenticity and vulnerability is about showing people who we are. It's not about being weak and spilling our guts to every person we meet. So how will I be creative, you may ask? Well, going back to the three Walt Disneys, you can use that example for yourself as well. In my opinion, every creative project should be made using Disney's idea of the dreamer, the realist, and the critic. Some guiding questions for the dreamer are: what am I trying to make or achieve? What excites and inspires me about it? If I could wave a magic wand and do anything I like, what would I make? After the dreaming stages, you'll need the realist. You should ask yourself, what resources do I need to make this happen? What's my plan? What obstacles will I face, and how will I get around them? As for critical stages in your project when you need the critic, you should ask yourself, how does this look? How do I feel when I examine it? How would this look to a customer, a user, an expert in this field? Is this the best I can do? What would make it better? Some other things to help you be creative are things like doodling, writing, reading, listening to music, or making something with your hands. I like doing some of these things in my spare time as well. So now, I advise you to go home and do something creative. Creativity will make you happier.